Ah, yes. You guys got to see this story with regards to Trump and the three stooges who visited him at Mar-A-Lago a few days ago. Now, a whole bunch of content creators speculated about this whole event being as shady as all hell, and it turns out that we were correct in that assumption. So if you recall, I said previously, Kanye West is a self-centered, egotistical asshole, and Milo is a grifting f***it, which a lot of us knew if you've at least sort of followed loosely Milo's train wreck of a career these last few years. And when he isn't being an unprincipled swindler or an obsessive, vain narcissist with his head up his ass, or something else, he's also a vindictive psychopath, it seems. But if you happen to believe I am biased in my assessment of his character, how about we listen to his own words?
I am not a nice, reasonable, normal person. I am an attention seeker. I am a little shit. And I do that for a living, and that means that I have some very great successes and some very public and humiliating failures.
Case in point. So apparently he told NBC, I wanted to show Trump the kind of talent that he's missing out on by allowing his terrible handlers to dictate who he can and can't hang out with, Yiannopoulos told NBC News. I also wanted to send a message to Trump that he has systematically, repeatedly neglected, ignored, abused the people who love him the most, the people who put him in office. And that kind of behavior comes back to bite you in the end, he added. And Yiannopoulos said he arranged the dinner just to make Trump's life miserable, because news of the dinner would leak and Trump would mishandle it. Now, I don't know about all of you, but the first thing that jumped out at me immediately, aside from the fact that Milo's massive ego is out of fucking control, he is also quite clearly a desperate, attention-starved little bitch. Wanted to send a message to Trump that he has systematically, repeatedly neglected, ignored, abused the people who loved him the most. He sounds like a scorn ex-lover, doesn't he? Or some young boy pissed off that a girl who doesn't even know he existed never gave him the attention that he thinks he's entitled to. Oh my god, Daddy Trump, please notice me! That's Milo in a nutshell. Heaven's sake, neglected, ignored, abused the people who loved him the most. What the hell does that even mean? He got more votes in 2020 than he did in 2016, so it's not exactly a blight on his popularity there, boy. Like I said, Milo does not make waves, he rides them, so we got Kanye to make the wave and he latches onto him. Why? Because he's a vindictive little bitch, plain and simple. I find it hilarious he accused Trump of not being alpha enough, then he does this kind of shit. I wanted to show Trump what kind of talent he's missing out on by doing what? Attaching yourself to someone who's more famous, infiltrating Trump's house, and then sabotaging him because he was kind enough to welcome you and Fuentes into his home. Plus you said you did this purely to make his life hell. Yeah, this is quite a flex of your credentials there, you asshole. If anything, you made Trump realize his entourage needs to be more stringent. This should come as no surprise, by the way. This is a man who's boasted about having a tape of dirt on everyone who's ever come across his path. This same dude said Trump wasn't a good president, policy-wise, but praised DeSantis for being a good governor. So if you think you're so skilled, Milo, go and help DeSantis then. But he won't, because it's not about doing something useful. No. He wants to send a message because it's all about him. Me. He'd rather burn the place to bits, Trump included, and make money in the process and do something objectively good. Milo Yiannopoulos is a self-serving fucking psychopath. I find it so funny that the media prints all of this shit out, with these three admitting, well, maybe two, or even just the one if the Fuentes Newsweek piece is actually true. Who the hell knows at this point? This is all because they're pissed off because Trump didn't do enough of whatever to please them, being the desperate fanboy that they are. And they all did this for no reason other than sabotage, because the media would try and spin this, even though they themselves admit Trump didn't know who these people were, and he was cordial. But the media will spin it as a smear purely based on their ill reputation, and then the media proceeds to spin it. The mask of transparency is just... I don't know if this is the media saying to the readers, you are all so stupid, we can nakedly tell you the propagandistic purpose of this event, and you morons will still eat it up. It's just astonishing. And by the way, this should tell all of us, Kanye is a complete moron who is a terrible judge of character. I mean, look at his ex-wife, that's not exactly a shock. Which would lead you to conclude this whole thing, provided it can be contained, is just a shit show. Milo playing his hand far too bloody early as well. That is all for today. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you all next time.